Welcome, collective. Hello. I am divinely guided, chosen Starseed 777. How y'all doing? Whew. This moon in Gemini is something else. I'm gonna tell you right now. um, I had though I believe that was air signs. That's correctly, and I had upload my video, but for what reasons it didn't go up. So I have to go back and do the air signs, which I already done. So I'm trying to just go ahead and do this one. Okay. So this is November the 28th, 2023. And what that is, even though we're in November, but we're in Sagittarius. That's the Archer. You know, the man with this a horse embody a man that holds the bow and the arrow. And with that, the information is that it's the fire, you know. So that's the energy. But also with that Gemini, that full moon. Now, from my understanding, it was from 4 a.m. at, I believe that was yesterday. And so, the information that I was, after I pulled my cards, the energy that I noticed, it's like some of the cards are repeating the cards again. And so, from my understanding, either if it's more than one, it's some intuition that may has to get the understanding. Sometimes the person is the character, or the person is the medium, or the one that speaks, or with the voice box. Is 9 out of 10 is basically, if you point something back to someone else, to the collective, it's also come back 3. And 3 has to do with the person that is in it is the Empress, or whoever put as the Empress as the gift and giving, right? So, and if we put that back as a medium, because anybody that acts and speak as a person is a medium, regardless whoever decides to be out and give out to information to whomever. You can be a good as a good witch or a good bad witch, which would be a good person with light, or a bad witch with dark intentions. Now, to each his own. Now, let's get back in this moon. Gemini then came back in here in Sagittarius, which will be the 6th in the house and the 9th house. 6th house has to do with Virgo, and 9th house has to do with Sagittarius. Now, I had already put that in there in the other information, but hey, it's blasting here. And 6 is coming back from the sun. Now, that's hot. Now, that's warm. Now, we in the fall now, going into winter. So, somebody is either is trying to warm you up in the cold in the sheets, or somebody's trying to come back. And I believe that we got some retro. I think we're in the pre-retrograde of Mercury. I mean, we in at the pre. That's why I go back for, if it's something pre, that has to be like shown. So it's already in the purpose of blasting that full moon right now. So now, my energy is something else. I'm gonna tell you right now. Energy is like, okay, we come back again. So let's get on here. Now this one here is, I was just gonna be Earth, but it's not. It's just gonna be called the Lone Wolf. How about that? And I decided to be the Lone Wolf with this Gemini. So, you know what that is. Gemini has to do with past. This is past life. Also it's the lovers. Twin flames, partnership, marriages, contracts, will, deeds. This is what that's coming back. Okay. Now I have to just be in just giving out the information that I do know. And it seemed like it has to do with that root of past life. And with that root goes all the way down to the ground. Now that root, and like I said, if it's good things, your past life of your relationship and family, sometimes of your past depends on all the traditions that has been bestowed or went through that fire, and has to work all that back into place and to be as a balance and to be as grounded. I mean, it's like how I feel about it. It's coming from the summer fruits and coming to the harvest. And why, if the harvest already manifested, what's the purpose of going back in the summer fruits? Unless we're still getting summer fruits in harvest. Now, it just come back on that 69. 69 has to do with Cancer. So that comes all the way back, from all the way back, into being the Sagittarius, unless that mother and that father is in there trying to crow a co-create of some type of birthing, a marriage, or some babies is coming in. So either way, because the way it's going this way, it's like going into Mary and Joseph. It coming back with the crib, coming back in the wise men, it coming in the star, it coming with something. So it's something going on here. Now, teach his own. I always say when we going past anything that you already went through and you go back, either you haven't learned your lessons, or you embody, or the other person decide that they made some type of agreement. It called to me come back in Cree. I'll come back all the way back into the Indian, in the creek of a creek, and decide that they have made whatever immature lessons that they didn't decide to be as an adult. To each his own. Now let's get on back in here. Now I'm to the point, and you hear me popping off because it's like, it's hot and it's cold. Because that Gemini moon is cold. It's a frosty moon. And with that moon, it's full. It's going to tell you what's going on. It's some cold, cold world out here. I've been putting J. Cole up in here. I ain't done that last week. What was this weekend? This weekend. I don't normally do, but I had to put Joe. I love Joe. I guess that Joe's like that person on, what's the movie called, with Joe with that, Bad Them Boys. I forgot the name. Y'all know what it is. Now put Joe up in here. I'm talking about Joe. Can't even say it. Anyway, J. Cole. And with that, it was a cold, cold world. And it tells you what's going on in this world. You know, I mean, it's like, it seemed like the individuals and the collective it's like it is a person that does not want to embody a little of emotional or to give to another, and have a problem with it because it scares them. And what they do is hide behind the scene and watch everything, because this person has been hurt in some way, or another person from the past. Or you see two people from the past brought back of things of past life into another person, and to the all of this time that all of a sudden has been illuminated, and everything has done up under the sun. I mean, everything up under the sun is like it's already embodied of a person or persons or whoever is the collective. That means something that they didn't It's like everything is within. And what has happened is that moon has blasting of things, and all of a sudden, then they're like, oh my gosh. It's like awakening. It's the big awakening. It's like, bam. It's like, boom, there it is. It's like, oh. Then all of a sudden, a person has to figure it out how to embody the emotional, or the emotion of the fiery, or the air, or all the everything of the elements that you have to deal with. All the five of the elements has been in the atmosphere. So you have star seeds, you got the heavens, and you got the earth, and you got all of this. And the world is going on now. It's like the revealing of all of everything of these beasts, from the animal, primal. It's like the line. It's the whole thing. It's the whiz past the whiz. It's like past. It's got the John Wick. It has the Matrix. It has Star Trek. It got all the way from the country and from everything. It's like all that tradition, and it came up and made it manifested. It's like a lot. Like, wait. Pump your brake. That's how this energy from this moon. I'm sitting up here eating and tears are falling down. I'm like, what's going on? But like I'm saying, I'm looking and laying down and tears are falling down. Emotional. It's someone, you know. It's a lot. So let's get it in here. I got this Knight of Wands. Okay? Create. Come on, girl. Create. So, like I said, I have already had put some information, because like I said, sometimes I do how I feel, and then I'll be trying to in the area, because I'll do what I want to do, because this is what we're supposed to do anyway. But with that Knight, it is, as you look at that, it's the staff. There she go, fiery. It's heat, Sagittarius. I'm still saying, even though it's Sagittarius, I'm talking about the fiery. Even though this is fire. It's Aries right here. Leo and Sagittarius. That's that beat. You know. So what that is, she's sitting up there create. That's a, to me, it is a drum. It's a staff, and she looking at that staff, and she got more than one. She got one in her hand and some in the back. So she got a lot of ones. And with that, got the Sagittarius in here. See, that energy is strong. That's that horse back there. I don't know if that looks like a black horse. You can go on here look black. You can go on here about black horse with meaning that, you know, I think the black horse. I'm gonna have to go back in there. I know that's in the script. Go on the scriptures about that black horse. But with the fiery, see that sun blaze? It's hot. Oh, we got that Sagittarius and that Jupiter going on right now. So as you do that, as I looking at the cards, I'm already seeing the embody of the Queen of Swords. She back again, y'all. She back again. So what that means, that has got something to do with who she is. She's a sword. She's the Libra. She's the air. Come on, somebody. Aquarius. Now what that is, Libra. Okay, it is Aquarius, Gemini, and that is Libra. Okay, so with that, she's the queen. I mean, she got the double swords, but she got the sword down. Her mind is sitting up here while she looking of all that water, and there that bird again, always watching. Somebody always watching. Look at that. So with that, she is also is a warrior. She's a warrior, but she create. She create fight. You know what that means? Don't mess with it. Don't mess with it. Okay? Because she can't be. She could be more. Because when you have a sword in water, it's fire come out of there. That's that Excalibur of that medieval, and she can pop off any minute. Don't mess with it. also, when we having of a night is a warrior. You know what I'm saying? And that is of a night. Need some more information on there. So I thought I wrote it in here. I just want to make sure some things in here before I go in there. But I already told them what she is. She's a warrior. She gets in there. I mean, she gets ready. Whenever she get out here, she gonna be out here, and she gonna do her part. You know, she just don't do just one thing. You know what I'm saying? If you look at that, I look at that, and also she's an angel too. We're gonna get back on in there. Yeah, she's a person that's quick. You know, with that fire and that air, mix it together, you know what I'm saying? That's that fire. You know what I'm saying? She quick. She quick with her feet. And with that, she's quick to help other people. She always trying to create whatever she's doing in her mind, her business with her hands. She's always creating with her hands, as you see that. You know. And today is the Magician Day. You know, just being real, because today is 28, but it is the day of Magician on that day, which is today. She is very decision-making, intelligent, and wit, determination, saving the day, and a pursuit of excellent. Everything she do is excellent. Everything she do. And then she's ambition and being assertive of success. So whatever she does, it's always a success. Whatever she does. This queen got some going on here. I mean, she's calm and select. Look at her. She got her head. Look at her head is all lifted up. And the only thing she looking at, she looking what's going on with here. She got that. You see what's going on here? She's a queen. Sometimes I look at that, and then minors and anybody immature has to find a way to keep a balance of things. Sometimes being the complex mind. You be complex. It's a person that is, and let me get some more information about a complex. And a lot of these narcissistic people, individual, sometimes have that complex. Most of them is the male. You still find the ones that are, complex as far as narcissistic as women. Anybody can be in that embodied or a complex. Since we on here about this complex, which is coming, pretty sure I seen something. It is complicated. Very complicated. So, now, you see now, this right here is going on. This is why I couldn't understand. Now, you see she's strong. She got who she is. She's standing on here, just Queen of Swords. She knows who she is. And it's to the point that I'm like, wait a minute. I mean, she speak wisdom and clarity. That's that air. And she gonna speak what she gonna say. But with it, she's a leader. Decision making, communicator. You know what I'm saying? A counsel, logic counsel, and integrity and honestly and perception. Being direct. She's a seek truth. She's a seeker of a truth, and she's going to speak her words however she decides to put out of her mouth. That's who she is. But with that, she can be ugly too. She can be very emotional, indifference, and message as far as the head more and of a heart. Some people don't have that big heart. She can be ugly too. Now, let's be real here. But with this, what I'm saying is, it's just that she is about her relationship. Because if we're in the air and, in Libra is a relationship house. That's number 7. And her speech, and being she direct and to her speech and being witty. But also is communication. Her style across of as a code, or sometimes she could be cold and you know, just submit. Which a person that is a person that's gonna do what she wanna do, really. And she's just more of a clear and just giving out the information how the way she speak out of her voice, which is a note. Now, that's who she is. And this we talking about a queen here. Now, I'm still on the queen. The queen is still out here. Now, she up in here in Sagittarius, right? And that's still part of Gemini. Gemini is an air sign, you know, and who that is. So, like I said, now, being, since we own the information on the relationships, and like I said, somebody trying to come back in this Gemini. Alright. Gemini and Sagittarius here. And being a Jupiter. And then we're going into this Mercury again because like I said, that full moon is gonna blast. That's gonna let you know right now. Now, let's get on in here. So now I'm open. I'm like, okay, now all of this queen going on. She got it going on. She creating. She doing stuff. She got a business. She doing all whatever she doing. She's sitting up in here and she got the sword now. Now look what's coming on. I'm like, I got a 9 sword here, and I'm like, why is a 9 sword up in here? Now that means somebody is worrying about nightmares. You know, a person is worried or depressed or anxiety, insomnia, or fear or an opportunity. Now, she over here, now see, this is like, I wish I had a bell. Now, this don't make sense here. Now, this is going on right here. Now, something, this is what I see is her body. I see the light. All this is light here. Then all of a sudden, I got a 9 swords here. Okay. Then I got a 3 swords here. Uh-oh. Look at that. And I have a 6 swords. And you see all that red? Come on, listen, I told you. Something going on here. Now you see all that light. Then here come dark. I said the reason why we're in fall. And fall has more hours, dark hours than the lights. That means they do their most in the dark. Like I said, however, whoever resonates to whatever I'm saying I am not stirring the pot. The pot has already been here. So let the light shine in the dark. Now, I wish I had some drums or something. But here, this right here, this has got a big, is she wearing, what are you wearing? Your light is here. Your light is here. What's going on here? Oh, and it seemed like to me, it's somebody got how can I say this? Somebody is cracked. Somebody's heart's cracked all the way down to the ground. But my thing is, she's happy. This queen got it going on. There's somebody else projecting on other people. I have 18 on here. I have here a 9 swords, 3 swords, and 6 swords. What is that? 9 plus 9 is 18. And that's air. And isn't that the Gemini? Just not Gemini. And swords is Libras. But Libras is relationships. But also, the air signs are, which is Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. So that means that air, relationships, lovers, come on, this is Libra, communicate, and it's the queen. So that lets you know that queen is in this predicament. Behind the door is something in the dimensions. It could be the other realms. Because right now, she's sitting up here happy in hell right here. She way up here. Now this is up here. This is different type of dimensions right here. Because she way up here. It's like she's leveled on up. Now all these other cards here. Now look, see that bird here? So I'm going to look here. You see that other bird? Somebody watching. They watching. You know, I see them birds like that. Now, it's always type of a foul. It means somebody watches an eye. Somebody looking and watching. This queen here, this Libra, this queen here. Now look who comes. Look here. Behind the scenes. You know, they look like, you see him? And look. Uh-oh. They're like Michael Angel in there getting him. Get him, Michael. Get him, get him, get him. I'm having fun. Look at this. You see them bird in there? Look at that. And all that red. Red is the color. Also can be love too. Roam of romance I have here. Also I see the Red Riding Hood. She got that cape. She's got that oracle. She's an oracle. I mean, she's the one. And like I said, that fire. And all that swords in the water. Broken heart. Oh. And seems like she's trying to get away. Now, to me, this can be conscious and subconscious. Because I feel like whatever, she didn't level up. She's on another level. I'm just saying, she in another dimension. And this in here is a subconscious here. So this has to do with something. This is in another type of a realm here. This could be some subconscious in her nightmare. All right. But in the light, she's doing very well. But that's why I know when I say, when I see that, here come the witch. Here come the witch. Here come the witch. And with that, then you have worry. And are you, the collectively, are you okay? Is there something going on with you? Could it be embody yourself, or could it be in your family? Maybe somebody that you may or maybe have issues while you sleep. Maybe you're not sleeping well. You know, my understanding that this don't lie because it done came back again. This done came back, and my energy from my other cards is letting me know it's some intuition and something going on here. Either you're not understanding, something is going on here. Because this here is letting you know you're a queen, baby. You're a queen. And baby, you don't do nothing but create. Everything you do is good. Okay? Now, with that, 9 going into 3, you going back, and I go back to like how many 3 go into, it has to be an empress. So in behind the scene of the subconscious of this nightmare, this empress is going through something. You know, that's how I'm looking here. Okay. So she is either she fear about her appointment or opportunity. It's whatever her opportunity that is causing problems in her subconscious. Is it to the point when you get to the whiz, and I always talk about the whiz is about the carriage. Is a person's the empress that will be the lion and lioness? Is she have the issues, or is it that it's not even her? Because it can't be. Because there she is. What is this going on? This is behind the scenes. Because I couldn't even put it together. I'm like, now this don't look right. The cards is not, the cards is right. So what I'm seeing is what I'm seeing. And in the middle is that crack. It's the broken crack. And in between that, she's crying, bending on her knees. You know, that's one thing about an angel. She's going to pray. If she don't pray on her knees, she's going to be laying down crying. 1 or 2. In between, you see her heart. And it's a mountain. And then I do already have a mountain in here. See, look at this. Look at that. This is like a mountain back here. Let me see anything else. You see them birds in here? And look how tied in here. See, this is a heart that's been tied. Look at that. And you see them arrows. Matter of fact, those are arrows. And we're in Sagittarius. Let me tell you about this Sagittarius. Let me tell you about this Sagittarius is Aries, Sagittarius, and Leo. There you go, right here. Because somebody behind the scene, I told you that love would be a twin, like I said, a twin flame, partnership, marriage, or somebody that would sit up here. Look at those arrows. It's like it was constantly trying to break her heart. Constantly. Oh no. Oh, she tied up. Look at that. Tied up. That remind me of a sacred. When you go into the past life and these chakras of a root. And the roots have to do with your family. Okay? And with that, either the person that you met and things come back, it's like you're trying to figure out why a person, you meet people and you don't understand and things don't work the way it's supposed to. But the purpose, somebody may have a little bit more knowledge than the other and know a little bit more than the other. But look at that. It's woven up. Ooh, it's toe up. Look at that. This is in the past. And then the six is trying to, like I said, she's trying to get out of this. She's trying to move out of this. The crows is right here. She's trying to come out of what was in a boat. And she looking at them birds. Now you see those mountains, and I have mountains in here too. It says stand on your ground right here. I had to get an oracle in here. That's what I had to pull on in here. I had to. And then I have the moon here. It says take note of intuitive message. I'm telling you, repeat something over and over because it's something that you have to pay attention. And then you see the moon is now I pulled it out and I was like, okay, everything's in order. Okay. And you see the color. So pay attention. And here go the eagle. Now that's an eagle. That's the eye. You know what I'm saying? They watch. And it says see from a higher perspective. See, this got to do with the see. These are seers. These is people that see and be able with that moon is going to illuminate of a of a Mercury retro is coming. So this is bringing the information about what's going on behind the scenes. Now, I'll have to go on in here. So you coming from a 9 swords, and that is nightmares and worry about anxiety and some fear, opportunity of putting yourself as a courage to be able to do anything. Focus on safety. Are you unsafe? And things that can go, it could go well in your life, but it depends on you. That's something that's you have to talk yourself, whatever you to build yourself up and be able to be out here, to be as nurturing and be out to be in a situation and come out of certain things, right? It's the light, but don't allow other people to come in between what you're doing. And then we got that 3 swords here, and it's like separation. They say cut it and cut. And it's an opportunity. You have an opportunity wherever you can see to come out of whatever of this darkness of what's causing you nightmares, whatever's calling you a depression, and find a way to find an inspiration yourself to lift yourself up out of whatever what has been in your past life, and sometimes it is got to do with that shadow. That's the shadow time. And when you see shadow is subconscious. It's a person how in a subconscious, and you're trying to bring in the gifts or your unconscious records to bring into a conscious. That means subconscious coming out and how you deal with it. And I think I already did that on a video. Sometimes you have to be as an open mind to be able to understand the subconscious. Whatever that's been given as messages has been given to you, you have to find a way of a balance. You may have to find certain things that you do daily to be able to balance yourself to understand the messages bringing. Okay, so that's 3 and 6, and that's it is transition, and being as it's saying that you arrive perfect time, healing, moving beyond trauma of shadows of past, and then it's like people are, and it's like somebody in your family should be able to support others instead of trying to cast down the stuff. Like I could cast down. I mean, you should be able, if you can't find another way to support or find a support, if it's not in your family, you can find other people. It's and that is about your spiritual transition and the journey. It has got to do with the T. T has to mean 20. 20 has to do with me and now judgment, right? You know, and that means that it has manifested. You know, and everything that pulled and everybody know it's the knowing awakening. But with that transition and in a turbulent of transformation, and you going one way and somebody's following you, you know, you easily can cross in transition. You can. So with that, as you see that, with the eagle in there and the eagle watching, you see the birds or whatever, and you're able to cross. To me, it's like as coming out and you crossing from one body going to the next. But it seemed like when you first on here, it's like the water's already there, but it is an angel right there tearing them up. Michael Age was just in there, my air sign, and like I said, you have an angel, and then you also embody your own self. Now that I have did my little part, and I said today would be the day of lone wolf. Sometimes when you're going through a lot, when you transition or I try to do it in a way, I try to break it down. When you transformate or any transformation, and you transit any transit, even in some of your astrology, you will have to watch about them transit and different type of things in the body of that. But when you transform, that means that you have went from one to the next. And when you change your life, because that's all it is change. And when you change and you release things, and when you're around your family, we just came from Thanksgiving, because the reason why it's got to do with family is because you may not act the same like everybody else. But doesn't mean there's nothing wrong with you. You're just about to change. And change is good. And some things it can be good or not. But like I say, now that I see the light is in here, then these other ones is letting me know that it's not always the person, it's about what surrounds her in her subconscious. Look at that. And let me know it's more than that. It has to do with lovers, relationships. And she's crying about that. She broke her heart, tied up, that energy. And it's sad, you know, when you do the best you can around your family, and somehow that you just can't get along with people. Sometimes you have to just let everything where it is, and just get yourself up and just leave. And however, I start anew. Now, since we're on this lone wolf, I got right here, and like I said, I was trying to figure out. Well, before I go on that lone wolf, let's go over here and talk about What I don't like doing, I do not like to be negative, but negative is the same as dark. And without dark, you need light, and light gonna need dark. So there you go. Let's just be real. This is what I pulled up in here. I did put it in the past with the root chakra, relationship of a spirit, of a person. Now, sometimes you meet this player. It could be a feminine or a male. It could be a player or a simp. Whatever. However you meet a person. But it could be a person that's putting gaslight and ghosts. And I put it like this. When it's a, I'm going to just say how I say it. You meet a person that player, gaslighting and ghosts without a chaser. Then decide, and then decide it was his time. And you know, somebody say decide. Why do I say decide? That means decision. Whatever his thoughts. Complex. Remember, complex. Complicated person. And put on you and decide that it was his time and yours was not. Who are you? Like, who are you to say another person's not able and to stand and to be light out here? Who can you put another person in that type of nightmare or subconscious under projecting on other people? Who are you? That's how I knew something wasn't right. Because this person has it going on, but it's the behind the scenes. It's the type of people that body look like, but then they in dark. That's like that shadow stuff. You know, them ship shapers. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, you can body in anything of a beast. Because that's what we're in anyway. You know, that's the revealing of it. Because you don't know yourself really like you think you know. You know. But what that is, another person is projecting like it ain't your time. But it's my time. Like, your time that you didn't put in this world. And someone says, no, not you. But I'm going to take your energy and put it on me. How like that? We're going to see how you have going on. We're going to see how long. We're going to make sure that you're not able. But we're going to see how it's going to work. And then I'm like, this woman here, and here. She's a warrior. And she has a wing. She's an angel. Are you crazy? You done lost your mind. You done lost your mind. How you gone? Who are you? Who are you? I mean, it's not just what I pulled in. It's call it that. It's this lover, this marriage, this partnership, this your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your wife. It's your children. It's your cousins and your nephews and your aunties, your brothers and sisters. That's what I said. I said it. And I'm like, who? Jealous, envy about what you do. You know, that's like a person that put their work. That's a person that put in their work. And then somebody got another problem with you because you've been doing your work. Jealousy. Like I say, 2-pack of 3. First of all, let me put that in here. Okay. So that's like 2-pack of 3. And coulda, no, it's a shoulda, coulda, woulda. They tried me, but they didn't try. Don't try, and I say don't mess with it. And it says, I left 3. Raise up, ascension to the sun, and to shine. Shining, 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 shining. And I say that's a partner, friendships, family, who have communicate, co-workers, nasty spirits. Them co-workers are covens. Talk behind, and they shame. Okay, they shame. When you shame a person, and I say that's me, a person that don't listen, and that's a person behind it. You know, a person, you'll tell you one thing. You know what they'll do? They say they love you, but they sit behind you, trying to belittle with their cameras. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of stuff in your energy of your family, the ones that really love you. You know what I'm saying? They'll do stuff like that. And then what else they'll do? Your family will go in here and be gossip. Like I said, gossip. Here we go again. Boom. Don't worry about it. It's the gossip. And I said of lies are spreading of shh. I said don't worry about the gossip. But it's always about that shit. You know what I'm saying? It's always spreading, lies and envious and defame another person as a character. Because it's what they do. And it's your family. You know when you're doing something, I just had to say, let me talk about myself. Now, at a point in time, I wanted to do something, and I've always been like that. And when I always wanted to do something, but with me, I've always tried to find a way to do it myself. Because there was a lot of people that when I was knocking on the door, nobody would open the door for me. And I have to go find the way. Then I started making myself feeling good about myself. Because even though they could have, should have, would have done if they wanted to. But I had to figure it out. Then, okay, I have to do this the best way I can. But whenever I started doing that, I started building myself up. And then with that, I started doing better for myself, feeling myself, making sure that I'm able to be a good character, how I felt within myself and how I did my own children. But honey, it was a lot of doors was closed for me. But I always went around and try to find another way for me while they watched and then want me to see it. I had somebody that was that because I did one thing wrong. And that person said I wasn't going to be nothing. But after that, all those nothing out of her mouth, I was great. I was done everything that she always wanted to be. And I done it myself. And I had 4 kids. A single mother. Raised myself. Build myself up. All the no's. And I said I could. And I said yes I was. And I did everything that I said. Because that's who I am. So when you go through some of these paths that you go through some things, sometimes you can go back and gleam on it, not stay in it, but know where you was and how you would be able to lift yourself up. So all these things are people be projecting and to try to cast down and to put you as to defame your character. All they do is the intellect of them. This just a shame as a person that's low. And it's sad to tell a person that they are so, or it's sad of a shame of an intellect of a person or a human that they would do that because of your time and gifts that you done put in, the energy and worried about what you put out. They don't even know you. What they know is your light. And it shines so bright. Come on, somebody. And they can't stand that light. They can't stand it. Look at this. One thing about these, what they call the covens, and I always say it has to do with co-workers. It's just to me because I know about that. The narcissistic ways. You know what they do? A snake can always eat their own tails, and they stir the cauldron pot, and they eat and drink. You know what I'm saying? They always trying to cause problems. They try to always, and what they do, try to stop you from missing your opportunity. Because that's the purpose in the first place. That's all they was trying to do. Behind the scenes. Seeing all those crows and all them birds. You know what I'm saying? Trying to stop your opportunity. Because that's what it was anyway. Even the marriage, it's me, partnership, twins, whatever. However you feel like, whatever resonates that. Because I'm telling you right now, that moon, that Gemini moon is going to blast against and to show you what's really going on in the against of your personal in your life, because this is what this is. But you're protected. 144. Boom. No weapon form may form, but hey, let them. You know when you meet somebody and they tell all the good things about this person, this character, and they tell about, oh, you know, give you all the impulses and love, nice, soft, pretty things out of their mouth, but behind the scenes they're laughing at you. It's like the Sybil, like what's about? I think it's the Sybil. I think that movie. And when they was laughing with that pig swine on and pulled all that stuff over her, and you know, and her mama was all that. She was. I just put that word from. That's that word that I had earlier. I'm gonna say it in a minute. That's that another word that those people, you know, like relation. I say relationship, but also being that that's her mother, but also it has. She was all, you know, religious. And with religions, you know how it is. Sometimes, I mean, that's, hey, that's where I come from. And I'm the same, but sometimes I had to pop that down because sometimes we all can put illusional on certain things. Sometimes make it more than what it is. But that's how that movie was. They made in the movie like she was like whatever she did. Is it Sybil? I'm thinking that's Sybil. But what that was, if I find, I'm gonna put it on here. But she was like something was wrong with somebody had to put the Holy Ghost on. You know how we, you know, our churches, you know, had to put the holy oil on it, whatever, because that's how we was. You know, I ain't come because that's who I am. But I'm just saying how the movie was. But then, I mean, it was to the point of time, and it was the same movie because it was like they knew she was different. She was different. And with who she was, they didn't know her like that. Oh, but well. But when they had that guy, they played her, gaslight her, even to the point the girls was putting pig blood all over her head, baby. Everything fired on up. I'm trying to tell you, fired on up. And baby, I'm telling you, don't know. Like I say, them long wolves. That's that one, that fire. Don't mess with it. Like the fire started, don't mess with it, don't mess with it, don't mess with it. But with that, she didn't balance herself. She took her emotion and her love, her relationship. She had a relationship with her mother. She had to put the mother in a closet in order to go to the prom. And all of that. Then she started like the boy, and he gaslight her. You know what I'm saying? That's like to the point. That's what he was trying to do in the first place. And his friends, like I said, co-workers, family, and it could be a school. Because exactly what happened. Oh my God, they burnt all of that. I mean, to the point they played, they talked about it, all that stuff, and they end up, some of the people died. And they put her in the place as she was crazy. And some of them kids, and some of the kids and the friends, they were crazy and had to put them in a place. And when a person that do something like that, as let's get into it, then these people, the purpose, have you seen that the energy don't lie? The purpose was to put them in. The purpose was these covens was trying to put this particular individual in an ensign. You know what an ensign? An ensign when like a person has different problems in the psyche, put you in a ward. So that was the purpose of it. And that when a person that has those gifts, a seer and able to body and gave for the upstairs of the star seeds, and that means that the Most High has placed in a position from his angel for other people that somebody could be your elder in the physical in this plane that had a problem of your gifts, the meaning that the way that you put out was not good to be seen out here. And who say? See what I'm saying? Look at that. The Most High is preparing you for what you're being praying for. 2 Kings 4 and 10. And like I say, a well-trained horse is not necessarily less It says a well-trained horse is not necessarily less inciting than a wild one. And that was on that card yesterday on my video. When they repeat, it's for a reason, because we in Sagittarius. This is about a horse. Horse can be as a chariot. Chariot is a Cancer. You know what I'm saying? It's in Cancer. But a chariot is a horse. And it also can embody anything as moving. You know what I'm saying? That means that a person can be changed and can be transformed too. Just to be